Makki can be done because it also ends on a note saying I will be back. He can get even the Hollywood technicians now. Imagine him doing the second part now. Leave it to the imagination. Nothing will feel larger than life, but the emotion you will feel is larger than life. So that's a great combination.
Why? What keeps you away from the horror?
I like watching horror films.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. So I also left it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of all these tags.
Yeah.
I want to be called Nani.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pink Villa. Today we have with us Nani, who is all gearing up for the release of Dasra. Welcome to Pink Villa, sir. It's lovely having you here.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So, my first question to you is actually very few people, like if we go down the memory lane, you were one of the first Telugu actors to make a debut, a pan-India debut. Even before this, pan-India was a sensation with Eega.
Makki.
Yes, which was Makki.
Yeah.
And that was the first film of yours that I watched on the big screen. I had taken my entire group of college friends and we had a blast. When you look back to Makki till now, how do you view the evolution of Indian cinema as such?
Oh, there's a lot of good things which happened in last 10 years. Makki was in 2012.
Yes.
So, and I think now we have become one industry, which is I think the biggest change in last few, 100 years. I think this last decade is very, very important because, thanks to the technology or OTTs or everybody's been watching everyone's films.
Yeah.
And so in the end of the day, so the content started winning. Yeah. So whichever film is really good and whichever industry it comes from, it doesn't matter. And across India, there have been a lot of love and appreciation for good films.
Yeah.
I think which is a great thing, and it's a golden period of cinema is what I feel.
Right. But when you were doing Makki, did you expect things to change so quickly? In 10 years, there has been such a massive shift in
Nobody imagined. Nobody imagined, and I am sure Rajmouli sir himself wouldn't have imagined.
Yeah. Okay. And so, how, like when you're doing a film, a Telugu film, what is the process like? Like, what point of time do you decide, okay, let's take it pan-India? Let's take, for example, Dasra. What was that point when you...
when I heard Dasra itself, I've never thought about, I don't really relate to that word, but I've thought that this film, it's a very R emotion. When I say R, I'm talking as an Indian.
Yeah.
Okay. Love, friendship, and the basic, it's a very, very relatable emotion, very strong emotion. Yeah. It's not, the idea of this film, it cannot be put into saying, this film is for them, this film. It felt like it's an, universal, relatable idea. And the moment I heard itself, I knew that we were doing in multiple languages.
Okay.
And then once we started the project, then we decided these are the 5 languages we are going to release, and that's how it started. Yeah.
But from the time you heard the narration, you might have had certain vision for the film. Cut to 2 years later. I think it started in 21 and now it's 23. So cut to 2 years later, from what you visualized to what the final output is, how do you compare the two things?
I think very few films exceed the expectations.
Yeah.
Generally, what happens is when you listen to a narration, then there is no limit for your imagination, right? So you imagine the best possible way, and then when you shoot, there will be practical restrictions. Yeah. So it will always end up 10 or 20% below what you have imagined. But very rarely it goes above what you have imagined, and Dasra is one such film.
Oh wow. And it's made by a debutant. I think this is Srikanth's first film and this is the most expensive film of your career.
Yeah.
What gave you the confidence and conviction to, trust or believe in a newcomer to make your biggest film?
I am someone from the beginning of my career never really looked at things that way. Like because I was a newcomer in 2008 and I've been an assistant director, so I've heard a lot of stories from my fellow assistant directors. So I'm used to that thing where all these ADs used to come and tell me stories. So I think I'm a little better at judging the scripts, or because I better in the sense when I say that I mean I don't really judge the scripts with the by the director or what they have done before, or it's more about what am I hearing.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's a narration, then if it's a script, then what am I reading? What is there in this? Not about what's before, what's after.
Okay.
So for me, I really believe it doesn't matter if a talent is experienced or if a talent is new. Talent is talent.
True.
So I always went with my gut feeling, and then that's how even Dasra happened.
Okay. And you recently tweeted that I think that tweet has gone viral where you said Tom Cruise and Shah Rukh Khan wore jackets in the two films.
Arnold's, and yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Arnold and Shah
Yeah.
Rukh Khan. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have to tell about the world of, I think that statement has silenced a lot of comparisons with Pushpa. But if you have to explain the world of Dasra, how would you do that? Like in terms of.
It is a very rural, rustic, also at the same time realistic drama. It's like nothing will feel larger than life, but the emotion you will feel is larger than life. So that's a great combination. So, like for example, when you feel it's all believable, and it's in the backdrop of coal mines, you understand the whole entire village's culture, traditions, the way they talk, the way they live, everything you understand. You become a part of them, and then you start rooting for the characters. And within that, real space, he packed in moments which are absolutely adrenaline rush.
Okay.
If you're watching it in a theater, no matter how sophisticated you are, you'll feel like screaming.
Wow.
Yeah, that is
That's
the
a big
kind.
statement.
That's a and I will stand by it. I think March 30th you'll see why I said that.
Okay.
And so to crack that, I thought is a very big achievement.
Okay.
And that is the reason I've been so confident, and I've been like really talking so much about my director and everyone, because very rarely you get to do that.
True.
Yeah.
But if we are living in the times of franchises, does Dasra have a potential to be spinned into a franchisee, the story on a cliffhanger?
No. I know that's a trend now, but Dasra is one story, and we have started and we have ended it also.
Okay.
In one part. Yeah.
Interesting. And sir, you said that you have so much belief in the script and the subject of this film. And if I'm not wrong, you are considered to be the actor with one of the best script sense in the Telugu film industry. If we have to ask you, what is your process of selecting a script?
I just listen to the script as an audience. I think my process is the most simplest process, because I don't really overthink. I don't really try to think about what I should be doing or what's right for me. I just listen to it like a child who's watching that film on the big screen, and if that excites me so much, if I think that this is the film I want to show my friends, this is the film I want to show my family, this is the film I want to recommend to everyone, then I just jump in and do.
Okay, so it's all instinctive.
Instinct, yeah, gut feeling.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any particular genre that you want to explore as an actor?
I've done a lot of genres so far. Something I haven't done is maybe a science fiction I haven't done, and then I've done a mythological character, and I've not done a horror film.
Yeah.
So definitely I would like to try all of them. Horror film I'm not sure, but let's see.
What keeps you away from the horror?
I like watching horror films.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I'm scared if I do a horror film, if I understand the whole technique, makeup, everything for the whole thing, what if I stop enjoying the horror film? So I'm like staying away from it for now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so, through the pandemic, you have done 2 films which premiered directly on digital, which one was your 25th film, which is considered to be a landmark one. But now, with theatres opening up, are you conscious of the fact that now I want to do film for cinema?
100%. I always wanted to do films for cinema.
Yeah.
That day I didn't have an option. That day everything was shut outside.
Yeah.
And the producers needed some, out from the situation. And that is why we have opted that. And when the theatres are open, there's no way we'll even think of anything other than that. Yeah.
And how do you view the business in post-COVID times? Because there has been so much discussion across the industries that the business model has changed. How do you, because you are a producer yourself?
A business model haven't changed. Actually, I think the audience came back to theatres with double the energy, because they all missed the theatres. So, if anything, I think it just got pre-COVID. I don't think we have heard these kind of numbers back to back, right?
Yeah.
So now we are hearing. So, I don't think there's a huge difference. In fact, if there is anything, I think it got better.
Interesting. And so, if I'm not wrong, none of your films have been spinned into a franchisee so far. You have done all the original single film.
Correct.
Like you have stuck to that model.
Yeah.
But if there's one film of yours which has the potential of being spun into a franchisee, which would it be and why?
There are quite a few of them. Makki can be done, because it also ends on a note saying I will be back.
Yes.
One of my blockbuster films, BBM, can be done. Pillajamindar can be done.
BBM is one of my favorite films. I love that concept
it's hilarious.
Yes,
So that can be done, and that's in the fun zone. And that's all. I think if ideal films are these. Yeah.
But did you ever discuss Makki, the possibility of Makki with Rajamouli sir? Because I think
We keep talking.
Yeah.
We used to say joke about it and all that, and I keep telling him, sir, if you announce that film, that will be the greatest hype of all time because that was long back, 10 years
Yes.
back, and that is what introduced, everyone
Yeah.
to the entire country. Like
True.
even then, when you didn't. When it was the first vehicle, even then it made such a mark. Imagine now with and he at those times when we don't have a proper base of CG graphics, he still cracked something so amazing. Imagine the kind of power he has now with he can get even the Hollywood technicians now. Imagine him doing the second part now. Leave it to the imagination.
Next
Yeah,
level,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
And so, we are currently also there is another phase apart from franchisee. Another phase of cinema that we are in is collaborations. The 2 hero films are happening. So, if you have to pick up an actor from Telugu film industry with whom you want to do a 2 hero film and one from the Hindi film industry, who would be like your?
I would like to do with anyone. I'm quite open to the multi-starrers, and I've always said this. And I've even done a film with Nag sir.
Yeah.
And I'm completely open. It all depends on the script. I feel. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to say this is the actor I want to work with and then get a script for that. No. Get me a script which is very exciting, and then we'll see who will fit into
that. There is a definition of hero which is there across the industry. But if you look at your film, your hero is different from everything that one visualizes. Like in a Jersey, you are a hero, but it's a flawed character. In Dasra also, you are a hero, but it has, I believe from the trailer, it has an element of grey. Gang Leader also, there is a certain, it is not a quintessential hero in any of the films, but yet he's a hero. As a person, how do you perceive the term hero?
I feel hero should be someone who's a hero only when needed to be a hero. Shouldn't be a hero with mother, shouldn't be a hero with wife, shouldn't be a hero with the kids. He should be a brother, he should be a son, he should be a husband, he should be a lover. And when there is a need for a hero, then a hero should rise. This is what I believe. So no point in being a hero from first frame to last frame is what I believe.
Okay. Interesting. That's actually, and it reflects in your choices. All the films, your characters are flawed in terms of.
We are all flawed.
Yeah.
We all do mistakes. We are humans end of the day.
Yeah.
And we can't be projected like gods because it doesn't happen. Yeah. It's not possibility. So we can't tell that lie. Anyway, there's a lot of lies which with cinematic liberties we do, but I thought at least mainly that. And also I feel when you be relatable, and then you rise up to the occasion, it's also a hope to the audience. No, he's like me, but he's doing something extraordinary, so I can also do something extraordinary. So if you don't drive that, that's such an important point that don't tell yourself that you can never be a hero. You're not a hero. You are a hero. Concentrate on that and get the best of you. So I believe in that.
So if we go back in time, do you remember when did you get and how did you get the term natural star?
Oh yeah, of course I remember. So they used to call me Sahaj Natudu, them in the media and all that. Whenever they used to write articles, Sahaj Natudu in the sense in Telugu, a natural actor.
Okay.
Because of the choice of my films could be, or they used to find my acting subtle. So, and one of my films, Janda Pai Kabraju, they put a title Sahaja Natudu Nani Natinchina. And after that, when I did BBM, that was the first film where the natural star came in.
Okay.
So it was a funny film, and when the director said, I said no. Then he said, no sir, it'll be fun. But it's a fun scene. We'll put it, it'll be nice. And then I thought, okay, fun film. But everyone took it so seriously and they liked it.
Yeah.
They said, oh, this is nice. So the next films, when I said, don't put it, we were just trying to have fun. Then all my directors said, no, this suits you.
Oh.
It's really good for you. And the audience also, like, even a couple of films, when we didn't put that, they were like, no, what is happening? So if they're calling me that with love, so why should I try too hard to get rid of that? So I also left it. I'm not a fan of all these tags. I want to be called Nani.
Okay.
But I know that's coming from a very nice space. So I thought, okay, no, I'll not try too hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what next after Dasra? You have a film announced with, I think, Mrunal, which you are doing. And then there is Hit 3 as well. So could you tell us something in brief about?
Yeah, the next film which
Nani
I'm doing
30.
with Mrunal, I'm playing dad of a 6-year-old girl. So it's very away from this. You can see my face
Yeah.
in that film. And it's a heartwarming film. And we finished our first schedule. I took a break for Dasra.
Yeah.
And once I'm done with the whole thing, I'll go join back. And Hit 3 will take time.
Okay.
It'll take a couple of years.
Okay. And so, this is one personal thing which, have you ever discussed the collaboration with Trivikram? Because I feel he makes some wonderful family dramas and you have that image.
Yeah.
So, but...
No, I think his writing and me will be a great combination. And this, even Trivikram sir said it once, and then he really wanted to make a film. We did meet, and I remember he wanted to discuss a multi-star role so long back. But somehow that didn't happen. But someday when it happens, I want it to be a memorable film. Let's see.
I hope it happens, because personally even
Me
I'm
too.
looking forward
I'm
to it.
hoping to. Yeah.
And before we sign off, last words on Dasara that you want to tell the audience.
I think you're in for a great ride, and this is the film which will make us feel nostalgic about the theatre and the theatre experience, and make you laugh, smile, cry, scream, everything in full impact. So do watch it, March 30th, Dasara, in Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada, and your nearest theatres.
Perfect. Looking forward to it, and wish you all the best for the film.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Nani, and you're watching me on Pink Villa.